Yeah, the fans are on. If you guys want them on or off, it doesn't matter to me. So, so we are live. Okay, that's always a good thing. My favorite motto: keep breathing. Yeah, yeah. It's about the only advice you can give that's universal, that everybody's sure to take. You know, it's like nobody's going to ignore you. Well, they might. Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to QiGong Practice. I'm Tim. We have with us today Sunday, and over here, hiding behind Monica is, well, she's not really. She's busy right now. She's finding her way through the bamboo. Is Deborah. I'm just getting the room lighting adjusted a little bit. That's good. Hope you guys are having a good day. Beautiful weather out. I think it's just under 90 right now. So let's begin with bird arms, which is preliminary oxygenating. That was a $2 word, huh? Well, we got some of those too. Everything we do is connected with our breathing. Yeah, sometimes. So let's unpack the chi. Not hearing the voice. Just getting our audio adjusted here, so we can continue unpacking chi. Now, open the door, stepping out to the left, and it's broad in our chest. Connect our breath with our movement. So let's extend our arms out to the side and just rotate our hands at the wrist. Nice and lube and loosen and strengthen. And then reverse. Let's pull the fingertips in towards our arm underneath and let them flex up and out. Let's bring one arm over across about shoulder height and then let that other arm rotate in between your body and your arm. Further lubing and loosening and warming up our joints. Let it reverse direction. Okay, now let that arm come to rest. Let the other arm have its turn. Up, release our fingers, get a nice stretch towards the seat. And go, come back down around. Once again, release our fingers, keeping our palms upward, and stretch. And let it go, let's do that again. Upward, flipping towards the heavens. Now let's twist our trunk to one side. Gently. Come back to center. And then twist to the other side. And breathe. Again. Let's do one more on each side. A nice twist in the trunk. And let our hands come back down to our side. Is it better? All right, just adjusting my mic here. So let's do owl gazes over shoulder. So let's just make sure our stance is about shoulder width so that we've got some nice stability here. And let's bring our hands up into position and gaze over our shoulder, getting a nice stretch along our neck. Take a moment to breathe. Let's come back to the center and over to the other side. That neck stretch as we gaze and breathe. Once again, switching sides. Oh yeah. Nice neck stretch. Switching sides once again. And back to center. So let's clear our path here and just push the bamboo out of the way as we walk down the path. Amazing how fast bamboo grows. Once you get it growing in your garden, though, there's no getting rid of it. Just plan on having a bamboo garden. Now let's take that a little bit further and all the way over and get a nice torso stretch. Back to the center, to the other side. Nice stretch. And again. Release 2 more times. So let's bring our hands together as if in prayer and just do our side-to-side weight shifting, gliding from one side to another. And as you glide over to your busy leg, look into the direction of your non-busy leg. Now, shift sides and shift your gaze to the opposite side. And let's repeat that several times each side. Somebody said this is something that ninjas do. I'm waiting for that backstory. I didn't know they did this, but that's all right. Let's do that one last time each side. Let's go ahead and do the gentle monkey bear. Let's let your arms just go limp and twist in your trunk. Let your arms just flap like Like who? Like Jerry Mahoney? One of those old school mannequins, or not mannequins, dummies. That sounds so derogatory. Who said they were dumb? Oh, we'll go back with mannequins. Marionettes. That's what I was looking for. Not mannequins. Okay. Yeah, like, welcome to Nordstrom's. Yeah. Okay. So let's put our hands back on our back and just twist at the waist. Already got a little pop out of that. Something's moving. As always, always go with the range of motion that is best for your body. All right, let's go ahead and twist our waist in the opposite direction. Let's twist one more time. Okay, good. Let's bring one arm up and do a nice side stretch. Take a moment to breathe. Let go of any of those tendons that might be pulling taut, like shoestrings. Just let them go. Now come back on up. Swap arms and stretch on the other side. Let's come on back up. Go for another stretch on this side. And breathe. Coming back up, and one last time on this side. And back up. Okay. So let's take one arm and just scoop forward, and as that arm comes around, you can begin to scoop with the other arm. Don't forget to breathe. All right, nice scooping. Let's put our hands on our shoulder like this, and let's rotate. Let's rotate them forward a bit. And now let's go in the opposite direction. rotating them backwards. All right, nicely done. Let's see what else we got here. Like we got our little viewfinder here. Let's let that circle above our head, and we'll just follow it with our gaze. Now let's go ahead and circle in the opposite direction. Okay, go ahead and let your arms come down. Let's bring some of the blood back into arms and do our arm circles, which is a lot like embracing the tiger and returning to the mountain. As always, be sure and keep a soft knee. And one last circle. And bring your hands down to their side. Now let's reach up with our creature from the Black Lagoon hands. Let's reach up to the sky, grab the clouds, and bring them on down to your side. Again, I should point out, as your arms raise up, take a nice deep breath. Grab the clouds, and as you pull down, exhale. Again, creature hands, grab the clouds, and drag them back down. One last time. And exhale. All right. A little bit of supercharged breath there. How you guys doing? Good. Oh my gosh. Let's take a moment to take a sip of water and figure out what we're going to do next. I really enjoyed that Tai Chi class I attended over in Apple Valley. It was like the Friday after our last session, and then the following Wednesday and Friday, since they were off the Monday. But 3 of them, yeah. Yeah, so that was like a week's, it was like $26. Yeah, not bad at all. And he was pretty chill, you know. He was a guy named Chris. He's got like a band. So I don't know what kind of music it is. I think it's called Calico or something. But yeah. Yeah. So anyway, it was a lot of fun. Yes, in many ways it was the same. Of course, he's doing qigong basically, and but he did have some variations on some moves that we would find familiar. So I enjoyed that. And as always, you know, he's got a lot of experience. So I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, at the community center over on Dale Evans Parkway. Yeah. Yeah, that's the place that had the Tai Chi wheels out in the walkway there. Yeah, it was pretty cool. So that's the first time I've gone out there. Yeah, now that they've lifted the quarantine and stuff. So yeah, he should be there unless something else comes up. I'll keep an eye on it, and whenever I get a chance, I'll go over there. Yeah. If I maybe cut a deal so I could just go on Fridays, pay for 3 Fridays instead of, you know, I don't know exactly what they're willing to do. They just want people to come. So I imagine I could work some kind of payment out. Yeah, I just paid for it online, you know. 10. Yeah, so most of them were seniors, but there was, I say younger people, they're in their 40s and 50s, but, you know, they were there for, not yet, sorry. Darn, I never even think about it. If somebody, sometimes I'll get a senior discount, and I'm, well, thanks a lot. I didn't get asked for my ID until I was almost 40. Of course, she's 18, barely 18. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Okay, let's continue with carrying the moon. Get a nice back stretch. Just a full body stretch. So why don't we go ahead and transition into circle the wheel. The big old Ferris wheel takes us way up and over and around and down. As always, make it yours, whatever feels good. What's that, Cindy? Oh, wow. Time flies. It's scary. And just when you want it to slow down, it gets quicker. So why don't we go ahead and go the other way? The one thing I was pleased to see about the Chris over in Apple Valley is he doesn't count either. No. Nope. Well, I think he loosely kind of keeps track himself, but he doesn't verbally count out. And because I tried, it's like, are we going to do 12 or 16? You know, so I don't feel so lonely now. Oh, you know what? Why don't we let our hands float to the sky? Check our footing, make sure that we got a nice stance for our weight shifting, and let's play with the rainbow. Just let our fingers kind of slither between the colors of the rainbow. So now let's transition to dancing with them. Let's do one more on each side. And then as our hands come up to 12 o'clock, go ahead and let them down. Why don't we come to one side and push the waves. So stepping out, push the waves. He's 70. Yeah. I don't know what he does for a day job. It's kind of hard to a lot of people want to talk to him after the class. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to go home. But I will see him again. Yeah, you never know. Oh, 11 to 12. But it's good to see people getting down to the park and, you know, making a difference in their life, you know. Let's push one more time. Then as we draw back, we'll pivot on our heels and continue pushing the wave. And push one more time before we come back to center. Let's take a moment to push the chi. One more time. All right, nicely done. Well, while we were off on our hiatus this last week, I was studying a couple of flows from one of my favorite masters. And this flow is called the Taoist opening. And it's just, a flow is sort of, it's just a set of forms. And so they usually begin from the beginning, and so let's bring our arms out to the side like bird wings and get our breath going. And now open the door. Get a nice firm stance. And we'll continue by unpacking the chi. Now as your hands rise up let them continue on up overhead until they are in a shape like this with the fingertips pointing towards each other. They can be touching, it's okay. And let's tip the moon to one side. Taking a breath in while we tip to this side, and then exhale as we come back to center. And again, we tip to the other side and inhale. Getting a nice stretch along the side. And then exhale, coming back to center. Let's do this 2 more times each side. Inhaling, and then exhaling as we come back to center. Inhaling, and exhaling. So then we'll do this one more time. Breathing in and out. In and exhale. So let's let our hands drift down to the front, like we're hugging the tree. And let's set some intentions for the rest of this session, the rest of the day. And it can be anything that's important in your life. But I think one of my favorite intentions would be just to be in the moment, be mindful, and only focusing on what's going on right now rather than what happened yesterday or last week or what's going to happen tomorrow or a month from now. What really matters is like what's happening right now. So as we breathe, we can kind of let our arms part a little bit. Exhaling. And inhaling. And from here, let's go ahead and just sink the chi. Coming out to the side with our arms once again in bird wings. This time, give a little more flex to your elbow, and as you rise back up, let your fingertips curve and point upward for the Taoist opening. And then when they meet, flip the palms and drift down, pushing the chi on down into the belly. And then again, wings like birds, Taoist opening, and sinking the chi. Again, tipping the fingers up and sinking the chi. So let's bring our hands together like we're holding, say, the moon in front of us. And from here, we can shift our weight and get ready to step out to part the horse's mane. So here we go, parting the horse's mane, rocking outward. As you come back, grip the moon. Let's do this just on a continuous movement. Parting the horse's mane and coming back to gripping the moon. Let's come back to center. Bring your opposite foot to kickstand and just check our grip on the moon. Looks like we're going to have to flip it, and then we'll step off in that direction and continue parting the horse's mane and coming back to grip the moon. Breathe as you would naturally. Now, as long as we're in this position, why don't we go ahead and do ward off? So we bring our hand out like we're parting the horse's mane, but we're actually warding off with our forearm. And so this arm kind of wanders back this way and then returns to join the front arm. They face palm to palm, drifting backwards and then crossing over, crossing the wrists, and as you turn at your trunk, it's like you are pushing that out. And then we'll come through with pushing the wave a couple of times. And this, as we draw back, let's pivot and change direction. And as we part the horse's mane, we're actually now using our arm to ward off. The free hand goes back and then comes back forward. Joins the other hand, coming back, crossing the ankles, crossing the wrists, and then just twisting at the trunk and pushing it on into the wave. Now let's come back to the center and hug the tree for a moment. Take a moment to breathe. Now let's let our hands raise up overhead and let's tip the moon again. Nice breath in. Breathing out when you come back to center. Then another breath in. And back to center. Let's do that a couple times on each side. Breathing in. to center. Let's let our hands float on down to our bird wing position. And as they come back up, go into the Taoist opening. Flipping our hands and bringing down the energy, the chi. Back up into bird wings and the Taoist opening. Flipping our palms downward. Sinking the chi, pushing it down into the lower dantian. And closing it. Okay. That was a nice little flow. I don't think we're going to have time for another one. The next one I have is Rooster on the Roof. And I haven't forgot about the Swimming Dragon either. Would love that one. Yeah, but we'll do that next time. Looks like we're almost out of time, so why don't we just wipe the table. Very nice little form. Yeah, let's make sure we get it wiped off real good. I like this form. It's simple but elegant, you know. So now I guess we gotta wipe off the mirror. Make sure we get all the streaks out of it. And let's come back to center and pack up the chi for today. Bringing it on in, pushing it on down. And one more time. And give a fist palm salute. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thanks, Cindy. Thanks, Deborah. And thank you all once again for joining us. And we'll be back in production tomorrow. Yeah.